All right, hey friends, here we are. It's Phil Johnson. Phil's Monday night, Phil's Fast 15. I think that's what. Yeah, Phil's Fast 15. Hey, welcome to the show. Here we are. Thanks for taking a break from the Olympics to hang out with me for a few minutes here. We're gonna have some fun, and then you can go back to the Olympics. It's fun because you get to sit around and watch other people exercise for 2 weeks. It's really great, I think. So I know we're taking a break from gymnastics right now, but thanks for coming and joining me. You can't stare at people in peak physical condition for too long because I think it causes blindness. So here I am to alleviate such things. We'll get the credits out of the way first. You can find me at philjohnsоncomedy.com. Get your downloads at philjcomedy.com for some freebies. I got a new release coming out next week. It's going to be a cool one. It's a live concert, half-hour live concert album coming out next week. I don't really know what it's named yet. I think it's going to be called Live from Behind a Head, because that's why it's not a video. It's going to be an audio because there was somebody's head in the camera frame. Anyway, it's going to be really cool, so check that out next week at philjohnsоncomedy.com. You will be able to download that for any price that you would like. Meanwhile, let's get on to some tunes here. I'm going to start with one that I really haven't done in a long time. This is from my first album called Ribbed for Your Pleasure, and this is definitely me at my young and maudlin stage, I think. It's a song called Judgment Day, and it's about how, people think Judgment Day is when you die, but in fact, Judgment Day is every day when people are staring at you and judging you on the street. And so here we go. This one's called Judgment Day. I play my music blaring loud to drown out every thought of you and things you say. You never felt freedom like I know now, 'cause I found those who do not judge never make me pay. Why is every day Judgment Day? Why can't you look at me and say it's okay? Why does my life offend you so? Maybe you should just go. It's not just you, everyone's the same. You check out each other and decide the game and the outcome. Well, that's one game I don't want to play. Worst case death and best case pain. Why is every day Judgment Day? Why can't you look at me and say it's okay? Why does my life offend you so? Or maybe you should just go. Now right here in the song is where the sax solo goes. But it's just me with a guitar, so you don't get the sax solo. So in order to get the sax solo, you have to go check out the album. It's called Ribbed for Your Pleasure. It's on my website, philjohnsоncomedy.com. And now it's got the sax solo in Judgment Day. Why is every day Judgment Day? Why can't you look at me and say it's okay? Why does my life offend you so? Or maybe you should just go. And there you go. There's actually big, fat beginnings and endings to that song, too, that is all horn section and stuff that I can't do on just me and an acoustic guitar. So anyway, go check that out. That's at philjohnsоncomedy.com, roadsidetraction.com. That song is called Judgment Day, and you can find it on the album Ribbed for Your Pleasure, which you can download for any price you choose. How cool is that? So, had a great weekend of gigs. Performed at the New Ream Theater in Moraga last Saturday, which was very cool. It was a movie theater. I think I was opening for Ice Age 4. But anyway, had a really fun set. We had a great time there. This week, tomorrow night, Tuesday the 31st, I will be at the Layover in Oakland, California. doing a short, quick set there. And then Friday through Sunday, I will be at Tommy T's Comedy Club in San Francisco, headlining those shows. Kind of a last minute thing. The oh, I'm spacing on his name now. The guy that got a drink thrown at him at the other Tommy T's in Pleasanton. I can't think of his name for some reason now. Anyway, Griffin. Anyway, totally spacing on it. Anyway, the guy that got a drink thrown at him was supposed to play the Tommy T's in San Francisco and canceled. So they emailed me, or they called me last night to headline this weekend. So I'll be headlining at Tommy T's in San Francisco this Friday through Sunday. That is August 3rd through the 5th, 8 and 10 p.m. each night. Sunday is just 8 and 10 p.m. Got really great openers. Kevin Monroe will be featuring, and Steve Lee will be opening. So it's going to be fun. Check that out. You can Phil Johnson Comedy, find all my tour dates there. So let's get on to a comedy song. This also is from the album Ribbed for Your Pleasure, and another one that I have not played in ages, and it is called Hillbilly Love. When you stepped in my heart, I had a feeling we would part. Should have seen it coming every day. Why'd you put that bear trap in the seat of my Chevrolet? Had a feeling that you wouldn't stay. Hillbilly love, Mama wouldn't want to hear the things you say. Hillbilly love, my car's on blocks, can't drive home anyway. When you pissed in my moonshine, I made another batch. You let your dog cheat anything you said down the hatch. I'm beginning to think you don't like me all that much. You sterilize the flesh I tried to touch. Hillbilly love, poke me in the eye with a straw of hay. Hillbilly love, said I think I loved you anyway. One day you did something I never can forgive. I can't believe you did it. I don't know how I live. Lowest of the low, the meanest of the mean. How could you hurt my dear old love machine? Hillbilly love, scratch my truck and now I'm sure I know. Hillbilly love, oh my Lord, that bitch gotta go. And there it is, Hillbilly Love, one of the very first comedy songs I ever wrote way back in 2000, way back. And you can get that on my album, ribbedforyourpleasure.com, which you can find philjohnsоncomedy.com. I don't have to keep saying it, do I? But I'm going to keep saying it because it's part of my job, really. It is. So, good stuff. The Olympics are on. The gymnasts are on. Pedophiles the world over are happy. And they just, one of the girls just didn't make the finals thing, and she's standing there in tears. And if they would just leave her alone, maybe she could get over it. And now they're going to ask her about it for the next 2 weeks. How did you feel? Why did you lose? You're a loser. Blah, blah, blah. That's what they're going to be doing to her, this poor girl, for the next 2 weeks. And you know, some nights I have a bad set. I have a bad show. It happens. It happens to all of us. If people asked me about it for the next 2 weeks, man, that would just destroy my confidence. That would be terrible. So I think her coaches need to put her on a media blackout. No talking to anybody and no watching anything. That's the only... I just don't like to see people taken advantage of on TV. Even though pretty much that's what happens to people on TV. They get taken advantage of. Anyway, Eddie Griffin, that was the guy who had the drink thrown at him. So if you Google Eddie Griffin, Tommy T's drink thrown at him, you'll find out what it was. He was being mean to a lesbian couple in the audience, and she threw a drink at him. And he deserved it. He deserved it. He threw the drink back, which she did not deserve. So it was a whole big mess. Anyway, that's why Eddie Griffin's not playing Tommy T's in San Francisco this weekend, and I am. It's going to be a better show. It totally is. You know it is. So anyway, we got one more song for you guys tonight. And this is a tune. It's time for the public domain cover song of the week. And this is a song that was made famous by Louis Prima. It was famous before that. It's written in the early part of, I think it was in the 20s sometime. And I had to figure out, because I didn't want to do Louis Prima's version of I Ain't Got Nobody, because he always mixes it up with, he merged it with Just a Gigolo, same version that David Lee Roth did in the 80s and things like that. So I didn't want to do his version. But Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys did a version. There's a little bit of theirs in here. There's a little bit of Louis Prima. There's a little bit of some other people. Lots of people have done this song, and it's a cool one. And mine, I don't think, sounds like anybody else's really, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. We're about to find out here. So anyway, here we go. Cares for me. Why I'm so sad and lonely. Want somebody to take a chance on me. I sing you love songs, honey, all the time. If you be that special friend of mine. 'Cause I ain't got nobody, 'cause nobody cares for me. Love someone when they don't love you too. When I had a loving gal, sweetest little thing in town, and now she's gone and left me alone, she'll turn and turn me down. I ain't got nobody, nobody cares for me. Well, I'm so sad and lonely, want somebody to take a chance on me. Songs, baby, all the time. If you be that special friend of mine. 'Cause I ain't got nobody, nobody cares for, nobody cares for, nobody cares for me. There you go. There it is. I ain't got nobody, nobody cares for me. If you're not familiar with that song, my gosh, go check it out. Check out Louis Prima and Bob Wills, and there's it's a great tune. Personally, I like the Louis Prima one the best. That's my favorite one. So anyway, been a pleasure. We're gonna end a couple minutes early tonight because I'm really hungry and I gotta go make some dinner. That's the thing when you're playing from home, when you're doing shows from home, is like the kitchen is right there. And now I'm gonna go finish folding laundry and cook my dinner and watch the Olympics. And you can go back to watching the Olympics too. So thanks a bunch, you guys. Phil Johnson at Phil Johnson Comedy. This is the Monday Night Fast 15. Check me out here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Ustream. Thanks a bunch. Have a good week.